on their phones while they're facing the person across the table from them. Or when you go to this Buffalo Wing restaurant with your little kids and they hand out those tablets as you walk in the door. And I always wondered why people like to eat there. It certainly is not for the food. People like to eat there because their kids will be engaged in some process or some game. Gosh, I hope no one's here who represents that restaurant chain. Their kids will be engaged in a process in which they won't bother them, and they'll be able to sit down and have a meal. Do you remember, perhaps some of you, when your first child was born, and you were rocking that child, and you decided to go out for the evening, and you were with your partner or your spouse, and the baby was crying, and one of you would be rocking, and one of you would be moving, or one of you would take somebody outside, or as they got older, somebody would have a tantrum of some kind, and they needed to have a timeout, and so somebody would walk out of the restaurant, or out of church, or out of a wedding, or out of some situation that causes stress. Find and keep your balance, and make sure that your balance works for you where you work and how you work. Remember that not only in Seattle are many, many people in the world sleepless. It's a worldwide phenomenon. And when we don't get enough rest, we feel miserable. Our body responds by saying to us, hey, what are you doing to me? It doesn't hurt to be happy. It takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. I know you've heard that many, many times. When you answer the phone, when you interact with someone, people can hear your voice, but they can feel your smile. They can feel your happiness. I used to work for a hospital GPO, a healthcare GPO in Chicago, a group purchasing organization. When I first went to work there, I know when I called up to make my appointment for my interview and to schedule, the young man who answered the phone made me feel, just on the phone, that I could feel his smile. He sounded like he was so happy to be there. It was overwhelming. It was unbelievable. He sounded really happy, and I thought to myself, wow, this fella Danny sounds really happy. That could be a place where I'd like to work. Little did I know that he was also a performer in the Broadway show Cats. So when he